Hey everybody, today we're going to be going over the Valhalla units and kind of the tips and tricks for everything related to them. So the first thing you're going to need to do is reach level 78. Once you're at level 78, you need to find your dimensional mine and start using it even more frequently than you were before getting up to it. And what I mean by that is once you click into it, you'll notice a new tile in the mines has um, started to appear. You need to start mining this every single time. The reason for that is this will give you 271 odinium per time, and you can get 5 a day. So it's about 1100 to 1200 odinium for free. And you do get some additional drops with gems or the basic decor chests or blue experience books. And what it does is it kind of gets you started on your way to getting the massive amount you need to unlock your first Valhalla unit. Once you've started doing that, and you need to keep doing that pretty much forever from this point, the tech and the gold is not worth it anymore once you hit 78. The next thing you need to do is you need to reach level 80. Once you reach level 80, you'll be able to build this new building, the Super Weapons Lab. This is kind of the fanciest looking building because obviously it's your level 80 unlock, and it has a little badge above it with a star on it. So um, you'll be able to come into it. You'll be able to look around. Up at the top, you'll actually be able to see a spot where you can see all of your resources, which is kind of rare. Kind of hard to find all the quantities you have of a lot of these things. You'll be able to see what it takes to unlock these. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hit train. And I'm just going to show you how much each of these takes. So it takes 5.04 FF gold, 11k merge plans, and 100,000 odinium. So that's kind of the basis you need to reach. So I already showed you the dimensional mines. Another way you are able to obtain odinium is buying it through packs. You can find those packs up in the value pack section about twice a week. They come in the $8.99, the $19.99, the $49.99, and the $99.99 in US dollars. And you can buy it that way, or you can mine it on the world map. This is a new addition to the game, and only level 80s can do it. So to mine it on the map, you would need to find a Odinium node, and all you have to do is send your march to the node to gather it. This is a quite slow way to gather it. You can see each one's only 400 tiles, or 400 quantity, and you're only going to gather, unless you have your best gatherers on it, you're probably only going to gather 200 to 300 of that in one about 8 or 9 hour trip. So it's quite slow if you're not buying. Once you do get enough odinium, I'm going to show you if you buy it, it will be in your backpack. And it will be in a purple item that looks like this. So all you have to do to use that is just like anything, slide it over, use it, and it's going to add it to your quantity. So the last thing we need is enough gold. I've already collected enough gold, but all I have to do, sorry, it's not letting me click my gold button here. Here we go. So all we need to do for gold is come in here, max out our things for the day. Definitely be using our gold harvester when we can. That's a lot of very, very easily obtained gold. And then I'm actually going to use gold chests for the rest. And this is why in my previous videos I tell you guys to save up your gold chest, because that's a lot of gold to be using in one go. And it's not going to auto click it, so I'm going to have to use about 1 FF of gold. So now you see I have reached all the different requirements to train, to research one of these. So what you're going to want to do next is you're going to go through and decide which branch is your main branch, because you have Army, Navy, Air Force. Each different branch has its own specialized troops, and each one of them has 3 different types. For Air Force, the Gilar G10 is the best, in our opinion. It attacks all enemy targets. It increases damage 20% when attacking, but the hit rate's reduced 10%, which isn't that much. And the final damage total decrease dealt increases by 25%. So that is that one. For Navy, it's kind of a toss-up. The sorry if I pronounce this wrong, but the Jormungandr J15 is kind of an all-around best. Attack increase by 60%. Increases attack against army by 200%, and dodge rate increases by 100%. But for the whales, you guys out there that are spending a lot of money, the Fenrir F4 is kind of where it's at for you guys. So this will attack 3 times randomly. Your march speed is reduced by 30%, while their damage is increased by 30%. So in other words, it marches slower, but it does a lot more damage. And then when attacking 3 different targets in an attack, it increases the final damage by 38%. Just a heads up for all you guys, Army kind of doesn't have the best Valhalla units, but it's still better than a lot of things. For Army, there's kind of 2 different ones that are kind of the ones you'd want to look at. The S100 here, the Suitor S100, it attacks a row of targets. It will defend. When you're defending a building, you'll get 30% increase on your damage, and then you get 25% damage reduction when you face Navy. That's kind of a big thing. That's kind of like a 25% suppression against Navy. So if you guys don't know, Army is weak versus Navy, so that's a big help. This one's kind of more of if you're an attacker. This will increase your attack by 60%. When you're attacking buildings, it increases your damage by 30%, and then your crit rate increases by 150%. So you kind of got to decide what you do more and what's going to be more useful for you. The one we're going to be unlocking in a little while is the S100, because for me, I do a lot more events. I don't really attack a lot of people other than when we do server. So I'll be unlocking these so I can maximize my rewards and events, and eventually unlock these later on. And then there's the Shrek. This is kind of, I call it the gimmick of all the Valhalla units. So you'll see, attacks 2 random units, and then reduces damage taken by 30% while gathering, and then load increase of 300%. Now, that's all kind of useless stuff. A lot of people don't allow tile hitting in their servers, so this unit really needs a revamp. Hopefully, at some point, Top War will give it some new stats, or they'll come out with a 4th one for Army that kind of matches the other 2. But so once you have decided which of the 9 Valhalla units you want, you can hit train, and then you can hit research. You want to make sure that you select the one you want. So I want the S100, and then I'll hit research. So now I have unlocked a new troop. So you'll see on my screen, it doesn't have a lock next to it anymore, and it will cost me to train it. And you can see, all I have to do is hit the little plus in the middle of the screen, and that will allow me to decide what level troop I want to train. The lower the level troop, the more the costs are. So what I'm going to actually do for this video's sake is I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to use one of my +2s and one of my +1s, just so you guys can see kind of the differences in prices of what things cost once you're up here. So level, I forgot to place them. So remember, if you're using those items, you need to place them into your base. I gotta scroll over here. Use and use. Alright, so now that we're back here, you can see I can click a level 81, and it'll tell me it takes 760 odinium and 460k oil. If I go to this, the cost goes down to 560 odinium and 350k oil. Once you've decided which of the troops you want to use, you can click on it, and all you have to do is hit train. That will take approximately, or it's 8 hours per troop. You cannot speed this up with speed ups. The only way to speed this up is with gems. I'm going to gem this one for you guys so you can see it attack. And then I actually, at the end of the clip, there will be a quick snip of a Navy attacking. So I'm going to actually take this in. Where can I show you an attack? I'll show you an attack on a dark force. I gotta get this back quick. And we'll attack this one right here. So now you'll see that it places it in my front row. I'm actually just going to send just it, just so we can see it attack. Let it attack quick. And then we'll click on it and we'll replay. Oh, and it made it gold. So even though it's gold, it's still going to be the unit. But you can see that one tank just attacked all 3 of those targets at once. And it's not just because of Katyusha. That is because of the Valhalla unit, I believe. Let me double check to make sure I unlocked the right one. So yep, it attacked the full row of targets. So that wiped out that entire row. If there was multiple rows, it would have attacked the first row, and then it would have been done. I'm not sure with Katyusha if that multiplies, so I don't know if it'll attack the first row, the second row, then the third row, if it was to wipe out all the rows. That's something that'll require farther testing, but that's kind of Valhalla units in a general sense. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. And with that, I hope you all have a great night, and please remember to like and subscribe, and see ya.